story that Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny has died in prison, according to the local penal service. Now, Navalny was serving sentences in an Arctic facility on charges of extremism and fraud, following his vocal opposition to Vladimir Putin's regime across the country. Ukrainian President Zelensky has made a statement. He says it is obvious that Putin is behind the death. Let's cross to Kyiv and speak to Ukrainian MP Kira Rudik. Thank you very much indeed. We've heard what Zelensky has to say, that Vladimir Putin must be behind this death. Your reaction?
Well, of course, it is him. Who else it could be? If you have a country where the leader is a war criminal and has already been known for killing and murdering his opponents or his previous allies like Prigozhin. So what would you think, like, who can be behind Alexei Navalny's death? I think it is very important for the whole democratic world to realize that this is yet another confirmation that you cannot make a deal with Putin, you cannot agree with Putin, you cannot strike an agreement with him, because he is a terrorist and he is a war criminal, and he will just act as it pleases him, and he will continue killing like whoever he wants. He will not stop until he is stopped. And we in Ukraine intend to do that, and we have been doing that for the last 2 years.
Now, of course, the Kremlin is saying, oh, no, the West is jumping to conclusions here. We don't know why this man died.
Well, you know, the issue, Emily, is that we would never know. Whatever Putin will say will remain in history. However, as with all the previous incidents, the international spectators will not be allowed in, and Russia will not share any information that will bring some kind of clearance on what happened, right? So we will have to live with the information that is available to all of us. And this information is pretty obvious, that first of all, Putin is known for going after his political people who do not agree with him. And second, of course, is that it is not the first time something like this is happening.
And this is a paranoid man, Vladimir Putin. If this death is attributable to Vladimir, which many people believe it to be, shows a sense of paranoia.
Could be. Because what we observe and what we have observed during his recent interview to Tucker Carlson, he lives in a very parallel world where he is indeed paranoid, and he thinks of himself as some kind of great world leader, and he doesn't have any regret for human lives and doesn't put any price on it. So it is very likely that Kremlin is behind the killing of Alexei Navalny.
And your hope is perhaps that this may focus minds, particularly in the United States, who are still debating this $60 billion military aid package for Ukraine. It's yet to go over the line.
We hope that, first of all, the U.S. congressmen and women will go on and fulfill the promise that President Biden has made on behalf of American people, to stand with Ukraine for as long as it takes. And the death of Alexei Navalny is just yet another confirmation to what was obvious a long time ago and what we have been telling the world a long time ago. There is no illusion that the war will be stopped by the talks. The war will be stopped if we unite our resources and arm Ukrainian people so we can fight Russia back. We cannot fight empty-handed, but we have an army of soldiers who are ready and who are been very successful in fighting Russia back. So you need to arm us so we can stop Putin in all of his attempts to restore Soviet Union and Russian Empire.
Well, thank you very much.